I am very, very happy and excited to be here to share with you all these wonderful messages that this book has, that Iyanla Vanzant has shared with her audience. Every month, I'll be coming live to discuss the book discussion of the month. And as you can see, I'm wearing my unicorn head thingy here. I was like, why not? I just saw it and I'm like, hey, this is the unicorns who discover self-love. And today we're going to be discussing July's book of the month, Trust. Check this out, Trust by the famous and known writer Iyanla Vanzant. She's also have been interviewed by Oprah and by Mindvalley. I mean, she's a very well-known spiritual teacher. So let's start. Today, I'll be discussing with you these 4 essential trusts. This is something that she focuses on throughout the whole book, the 4 essential trusts. And those are trusting self, trusting God, trusting others, and trust in life. Now, why did I pick this book? I picked this book because many of us at times feels let down by people, ourselves, even the universe, and life in general. Please, if you come live or you are watching the replay, feel free to post any questions or any comments you would like to share with us today. Now, let's start with trust in self. Iyanla very well writes how our caregivers, aka our parents or whoever that was that we grew up with, when we were children, have had an impact on this specific element of trust in self. As a psychotherapist myself, I highly recommend those friends who have had a caregiver that was very judgmental to pay attention to this trust element. On page 6, which I'm going to read for you, let me see, page 6, she writes, "It is very hard to learn to trust yourself when you are taught that you are bad, wrong, and cursed, and that you did all of it to yourself." If that resonates with you, please put an emoji on the comment below. Now, I have worked with clients that feel numb when things are going wrong with someone close to them. Iyanla offers the reader an explanation for this behavior, which I very much agree and understand. She states on page 9 the following: "I began to numb out my feelings at age 5 because it was clear that the big people in my life didn't seem to care how I felt or what I felt." So, my dearest, this way of responding to such experiences leads later in life for people to automatically respond with numbness when it comes to communicating their feelings and needs. Well, it brings a lot of spiritual and psychological explanations. Why is it that you have a hard time trusting yourself? The need for boundaries and the need for you to really speak your truth, honor it by explaining and specifying what are those needs that you need in life, what are those boundaries, when to say no, how to say no. I think it's very important for anyone who is going through this type of lack of trust in self. How about you? Do you feel numb sometimes when dealing with an unhealthy relationship with others and trying to communicate your needs with them, but you rather just kind of like, why even, right? That might be going through your mind. Let us know by posting something in the comments below. Now, we are going to be moving to essential trust number 2, which is trust in God, or like I like to call it, Trust in the universe, trust in the source, trust in the light. And she starts with this beautiful story on page 97. Let's see. Oh, yes, I remember now. This is the story. Pay attention. A man was walking along a narrow path, not paying much attention to where he was going. Suddenly, he slipped over the edge of a cliff. As he was falling, he grabbed a branch growing from the side of the cliff and hung on for his dear life. After several moments, he realized that he couldn't hang on for much longer, so he cried out for help. Here's the dialogue. Man, is anybody up there? Voice. Yes, I am here. Man. Who's that? Voice. It's God. Man. God help me. Voice. Do you trust me? Man. I trust you completely. Voice. Good. Let go of the branch. Man. What? Voice. I said, let go of the branch. Man. Is anybody else up there? I very much like this story because when sometimes we even get the help, but we're still trying to have control of the situation and try to go for so many other different alternatives. I know that has happened to me. And on page 112, let me see, page 112, she writes, trusting God must grow from personal, internal experience rather than what you have been taught or told. And for me, this was quite a journey to build a relationship with the one that felt more intimate, more loving, non-judgmental, friendly, compassionate. Iyanla also shares the benefits of a spiritual practice. This is all part of trust in God. I know I can't live without mine. What about you? The barrier of a spiritual practice, do you know what is? What is that barrier of a spiritual practice? Lack of desire. She also shares the elements of a productive spiritual practice and creating a space, a practice that works for you. One of my daily practices that I do, actually two important ones that I do not bargain, I do this every day, it's meditation and prayer. Meditation is a form for me of listening to the divine, and prayer is a vehicle to speak to the divine. Element number 3, trust in others. This way, this element was a huge one for me. As I mentioned before, I had lost trust in medical providers and even anyone who might be able to help me. And she starts with this element with something so powerful. It's on page 141. And it goes like this. What I have discovered in my own life, as well as from years of working with other people, is that our issue is not really trusting other people. Our core issue is trusting ourselves to get through the pain of the disappointment and betrayal we experience when people violate the trust we place in them. When I read this, I was like, wow, she like totally saw me through. I'm like, this makes so much sense. And I was thinking, how much it hurts when a doctor or someone. The point we all seem to miss is that trusting other people means that we have a realistic understanding and perspective about people and that we must prepare ourselves for their failure. It means knowing that people are sometimes broken and complex, that they will lie when they are afraid and sacrifice our feelings to keep themselves safe and comfortable. Regards of forgiveness, I'm going to later on this year do a forgiveness workshop, a circle for my mindful we circles that I do online on a monthly basis. So we're going to cover the topic of forgiveness. And if you're new to my mindful we circles, know that it's very highly interactive, intimate, relational. It's not a one listens to everybody listens to one person. We get into really great conversations that allows each of us to become vulnerable with each other. So we're going to move now into essential trust number 4, which is the last one, trust in life. And she shares with with the readers this story of the chicken and the egg. Probably you have heard of it. And this story was actually told first by Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. And here goes the story explained by Reverend Michael, that for as long as it was useful, the egg with its hard shell was a safe place for the chick. However, as the chick grew, the egg no longer provided the chick with the space it needed to continue to develop properly. Over time, what had once been a safe haven became cramped quarters where the chick was forced to wallow on its own filth while navigating its continued growth and development. What does that say practically? Once upon a time, that egg was hospitable for the chick, but as the chick was growing, it no longer was hospitable. It was quite the opposite, even dangerous. Something became our comfort zone, and it was great. But then years passed, and guess what? It's time to change. Change is growth. We need to trust the process of life. What a wonderful story. Very simple and right straight to the point. There are no guarantees about anything in life. Learning to trust in life is also a process. This process involves knowing and being okay with not knowing, exercising awareness and listening, understanding and remembering what you learn, trusting your intuition. I hope this review and discussion serve you, and I can't wait to read your comments. I'm sending you much love, dear ones, and I'll see you pretty soon, either next month with the next book, which I believe is going to be 100